Hello everyone, you are watching Book to Movie Review, where we compare books to its movies. I'm your host today, Julia, and I'm here with
Rabia.
So today we're going to talk about Rabia's favorite book that was turned into a movie series called The Hunger Games. And it has both romance and action, and I think it's a good book turned into a movie.
Yeah, I love The Hunger Games.
So Rabia, tell us more about The Hunger Games for those who don't know about The Hunger Games.
Well, basically, The Hunger Games is a game that the Capitol watch for entertainment, and what's it called? It's a game where people fight to the death. So basically, two tributes are picked from each of the 12 districts in the Reaping, and they go through training, and then finally they compete in the games. And Katniss Everdeen, she volunteered to be a tribute because her sister, she got picked in the Reaping to be a tribute, but Katniss didn't want her sister to go, so she volunteered. And luckily, Katniss won the Hunger Games, but the Capitol didn't like the way she won, so yeah. And like a lot of stuff happened, and then eventually there was a rebellion against the Capitol, and Katniss, she was the leader. She was called the Mockingjay.
So what exactly does the Mockingjay represent?
It's the symbol for the rebellion, and it represents leadership. The Capitol is against the Mockingjay completely.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. So, do you think that the movies, movies and books had major differences, or did the movie stay true to the book?
Yeah, sort of for the Hunger Games. In the cave scene with Katniss and Peeta, there are only 2 scenes with Katniss and Peeta in the movie, but in the book there's probably 3 or 4 chapters. So basically they just skipped all the details. So yeah, I'm kind of sad about that, but I am happy for the Hunger. The thing I am happy about is that the Hunger Games focused on the plot and the main parts well. So yeah, that's good. And for Catching Fire, it stayed true to the book really, really well. They really stuck to the plot and the main parts really, really well. But I'm just sad about one part because, what's it called? I really want to see the scene from the book where Candace and Peeta spend their last free day together before the quarter call on the rooftop of the training center. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm
sorry to hear that your favorite scene was cut off, but at least they stuck to the main plot, right?
Yeah.
It's what did you think of the film work for both movies? What did you think of if they filmed it professionally or unprofessional?
For the Hunger Games, I didn't like the film work at all. It was really, really unprofessional. For the bloodbath scene where the tributes ran to get the weapons, it was as if the cameraman he was holding the camera and then he was running around where the tributes went, and I didn't think that was professional. It didn't really look that nice. So and yeah, and then there's another scene where Katniss was going to the feast and to get Peeta's medicine, and then Clove attacked Katniss from out of nowhere, and then that part was also really messy and really unprofessional. It was as if that the cameraman zoomed into the scene, and it was really unprofessional. You can barely even tell what was happening in that scene. So yeah, I think it's maybe because they had an amateur director, Gary Ross. So yeah. But for Catching Fire, the film work was way better than the Hunger Games because they got a new director, more professional director, Francis Lawrence, and he used the appropriate camera shots and the appropriate angles for the right scenes. So yeah, that's good. And I'm also super glad because Francis Lawrence, he's going to be directing Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2. So yeah.
Sorry to hear that the Hunger Games wasn't as good as for the first movie. So what are your favorite scenes from the Hunger Games and the Catching Fire?
In Hunger Games, my favorite scene is the cave scene with Katniss and Peeta, and in the Catching Fire, my favorite scene would be where Beetee, he wraps the copper wire around the lightning tree, and Katniss, she takes a piece of the wire and then wraps around her arrow, and then when the lightning hit the tree, and then she let the arrow fly into the force field, and there's this big explosion, and that's really cool.
Oh, so are you looking forward to the Mockingjay?
Yeah, I am, but at the same time, I'm really I don't know, I'm kind of sad because that means the series are ending, and I don't want it to end. Like about a month ago, I heard that Mockingjay finished filming part 1 and part 2, and like it's great. I'm happy for them, but it's actually kind of sad too because I don't want it to end. I don't want the series to end.
I know how you feel. Like if like when a movie series starts to end, like you get so emotional, like it starts to end, right?
Especially if it's your favorite.
So after Philip Seymour Hoffman died, right? Did you think that the Mockingjay was gonna make any big changes to the movie?
Well, surprisingly, no. At first, when I heard this news, I was really sad about his death. But then I wondered how they're gonna finish filming Mockingjay because he's actually a pretty big role. So.
So it's like, is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, go watch Mockingjay. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you heard Rabia. Go watch Mockingjay when it hits theaters near you. And well, I think that's it for today for a book to movie review. Thank you, Rabia, for coming in. And stay tuned for more segments. Once again, I'm your host, Julia, and you're watching RTTV.